All right, so we're going to start out with finding f plus g of x, f minus g of x, f times g of x, and f divided by g of x. We're not going to do the part of like finding the domain and stuff. So 20 f of x is equal to 6 minus 3x, and g of x is equal to negative 4x plus 1. So we're going to be doing f plus g, we're going to do f minus g, f times g, and then f divided by g are the things that we're going to be finding. So to start with, we just combine the two together. So we've got 6 minus 3x minus 4x plus 1. And then we just need to get like terms together. So we have negative 7x plus 7. For f minus g, we do 6 minus 3x minus, and then all of g of x. So since there are different signs over here, I would recommend you put it in parentheses so that you don't mix up the signs. So then I've got negative 3x minus a negative 4x, so that's plus 4x, so that's going to be x. And then 6 minus 1 is 5. So that one will result in x plus 5. F times g is just going to lead to us foiling. So 6 minus 3x times negative 4x plus 1. So I've got negative 24x plus 6 plus 12x squared minus 3x. So then to get it in the right order and combine like terms, we've got 12x squared minus 27x plus 3, or plus 6. And then you would be done. For f divided by g, we've got 6 minus 3x divided by negative 4x plus 1. If there's something that you can take out or reduce or whatever, we would do that. But in this case, there is not. Okay, we could take a 3 out of the top, but it's not going to cancel with anything in the bottom, so I'm not going to do that. So we would just leave it there on that one. All right, 24 f of x is equal to the square root of 5x minus 4, and g of x is equal to negative 1 over x. So f plus g, we've got basically negative 1 over x plus the square root of 5x minus 4. And it doesn't matter which order you write it in. I did it that way so it doesn't look like the negative 1 over x is under the radical. For f minus g, the square root of 5x minus 4, then minus a negative, so that's going to be plus 1 over x. So if you do write it after, just make sure that you distinctly like write outside of the radical so it doesn't look like it's inside. F times g would be negative 1 over x times the square root of 5x minus 4. And then f divided by g, this one will be the only one that has actually a little bit of work to it. We've got the square root of 5x minus 4 divided by negative 1 over x. But what happens when I divide by a fraction? It's the same thing as doing what? Nobody remembers. Keep, change, flip. So this is going to become negative x times the square root of 5x minus 4, and it's over 1, so I don't need to write it. All right, next ones. Let f of x be 2x minus 3 and g of x be negative x plus 3, and then it says to find each value, and so it gives us different things to solve with that. So f of x is 2x minus 3, g of x is negative x plus 3, and so like 58 says f of g of 2. And so the notation I like better with this is f of g of 2 written like this, because what this says is anywhere I see an x in g of x, I'm going to put a 2, and then when I get that answer, then I'm going to put that in x in f of x. So g of 2 is negative 2 plus 3, which is 1. So I take this number and I plug it in for x and f of x. So then f of 1 would be 2 times 1 minus 3, which is negative 1, and so that would be the answer for that one. If we did like 60, g of f of 3, so it's using the same f and g up at the top, but now this says that I'm going to have g of f of 3, so anywhere I see an x and f of x, I'm going to put 3. Once I get that answer, that's going into g of x. So f of 3 is 2 times 3 minus 3, which is 6 minus 3 is 3. And then I do g of 3, and that is negative 3 plus 3, which is 0. And that would be my final answer. Now, sometimes they don't give you a number to plug in. So like 73 through 88, they don't give you a number to plug in. It's just a function into a function. And they want f of g of x and g of f of x for each one. So 74, f of x is equal to 8x plus 12. G of x is equal to 3x minus 1. So f of g of x, we're taking this entire function g of x and plugging it into x and f of x. So this is going to be 8 times 3x minus 1 plus 12. And then I'll distribute and combine like terms. So that's going to be 24x minus 8 plus 12, which is 24x plus 4. So that's f of g of x. Then g of f of x, anywhere we see an x in g of x, we're putting the function f of x. So 3 times 8x plus 12 minus 1. And follow the same process. 24x plus 36 minus 1, which gives us 24x plus 35, and that's g of f of x. F of x is equal to the square root of x minus 2. G of x is equal to 2x. So f of g of x, these ones obviously look a little different because I'm plugging something in under a radical, but I'm going to plug in 2x for x in f of x. So this is going to be the square root of 2x minus 2. And there's nothing more that I can do to that. G of f of x, I'm going to take this square root and plug it in for x over here. So this is going to be 2 times the square root of x minus 2. And that's it. Any questions about those? Need to see any more? We're good. All right, problems are 21, 57, 59, 63, 73, 75, and 77.